of the North Carolina Speedway to begin their parade and pace laps before the green flag. For today's race, alongside Ryan Newman on the front row, Jamie McMurray, winner of yesterday's NASCAR Busch Series race here, front row in his first ever Winston Cup time trial.
In row 2 on the inside, Todd Bodine, his first top 5 start since his Vegas pole, and Mike Skinner's best Rockingham start ever.
Championship contender Mark Martin, couple of wins here. He's in row 3. Jeff Green almost won yesterday's race. He's alongside.
Kurt Busch going for 3 in a row alongside Rusty Wallace.
Robbie Gordon, Bill Elliott back in row 5. Bill looking to kind of get over the midseason blahs he's had here lately.
Then we have a couple of Pontiacs, Bobby Labonte and Kenny Slater in row 6.
Petty Enterprises next in row 7. Greg Biffle in the 44 car today.
Back in row 8 on the inside, Jimmy Spencer and Kenny Wallace, another Dodge on the outside.
Jeff Gordon back in row number 9. 4 wins in 19 Rockingham starts. He'll try again today. Matt Kenseth, Ricky Rudd back in row 10. Matt, winner of the February race here.
On the inside of row 11 is Joe Nemechek. Great second place finish last week at Atlanta. Let's try to talk to, hey Joe, Benny Parsons, you got me?
Yes, I do, Benny.
Great run last week in Atlanta.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a good day for a UAW Delphi Chevy, man.
Did it do anything for your future hopes in 2003?
Yes, I think that really helped.
But you have nothing to tell us right now.
Oh, we're getting really close, Benny. I think I'm looking forward to being in this 25 car, hopefully for a long time.
Tell us about today's race car.
Yeah, I think we're going to be pretty good. We changed a few things there towards the end of happy hour and made it drive a lot better, so I think we're going to do well.
We'll be watching, Joe. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Joe Nemechek set to go in a Hendrick Motorsports entry from 21st starting spot. He's the defending winner of today's race. A couple of recent Rockingham winners, Steve Park, Bobby Hamilton, way back in provisional land as we look at the rest of the starting field as they get set to go 400 miles. Drivers who failed to qualify, a handful of them. Hideo Fukuyama, unsuccessful in his attempt at getting into his third NASCAR Winston Cup race. Getting set to go in Rockingham, 393 laps around this 1.017 mile track for 400 miles. Ryan Newman leads him down to the green.
Well, Ryan Newman looked like Jamie McMurray looked like he spun the tires like he did yesterday in the Busch race.
Could possibly have done that. At least we don't see that frantic dive for the bottom of the racetrack on the start of these races, because you can run high here about as fast as you can on the bottom.
Remember, championship leader Tony Stewart took the green flag in 24th spot. He's right in the middle of all the traffic.
Talked about it yesterday a little bit. This is when you can do some damage to your tires. Your air pressures are a little bit low. You want to be aggressive at the start. You've got to be careful. These tires have got to last a long time.
On board with Todd Bodine, the Discover Card Ford. He's back in 3rd spot, trying to get by McMurray. Tries to drop under the back of that car.
And he's getting pressure from behind from Mike Skinner in the 4 car.
That yellow bumper on the back of the Coors Light car tells you that Jamie McMurray is a rookie. He has never raced at this track before in a NASCAR Winston Cup car. Used to that, we always said beware. There's a weapon up there, but anymore, I'm not sure that's the case. Here comes Skinner.
3rd place here, Mike Skinner underneath Todd Bodine.
Mike looked high the lap before and didn't work for him, so got an opening underneath Todd there.
And Ryan Newman, the leader, has just checked out. We see him way up there going in the middle of 3 and 4.
All this from second on back. Remember, pole sitter Ryan Newman got the jump on the brake. He's out in front, about a 2nd and 8/10 away from Jamie McMurray in the silver car. How about your championship leader? Where's Tony Stewart?
Right in the middle of things.
And that 91 car is Hank Parker Jr. His first ever NASCAR Winston Cup start.
26th place for Tony now. And Jimmy Johnson right there with him. One of the other championship contenders. Johnson, who had that tough race last week in Atlanta with the 2 spins that dropped him back farther behind Stewart in the championship. So what's Tony's mindset here?
Be careful. I mean, you know, he's got to get to the front, but he's got to be careful right now, especially at the start of the race when you're in this much traffic, like right there.
Little damage there to the left front fender on Tony Stewart's car.
Those are the things he needs to avoid.
Fenders are your friends, not when they're bent.
On these racetracks where downforce means so much, fenders are definitely your friend.
Tony racing Jimmy Johnson for 27th and 28th place. So he's actually lost a few spots in these opening laps.
Which it looked like at the starter. Right now his car's a little bit loose, and they probably want to start the car a little bit loose because this track usually gets tight. But you've got to be careful as you go along this race here. You've got to be very careful.
The groove, will you? I don't feel good on the bottom of this racetrack.
And now around McMurray, 4th place.
Oh, don't jump to conclusions just yet.
On board with Mark Martin running in 7th.
When you run that high line, normally you can run in a little bit deeper if you're on the high side like Jeff Green was doing. But you got to wait a little bit longer to pick up the throttle.
Okay, is that better? He is around him now.
That would be a pass. Now those other guys saw that and said, I think we'll try it up here.
And Jamie McMurray, his first Winston Cup race here at Rockingham. He won yesterday's NASCAR Busch Series race and ran solidly all day long, but he's still feeling this out.
Yeah, these Cup cars are different animals than a Busch car. But he's doing a good job.
Now he's going to decide to move to the top and just see why all those guys passed him on the outside. What's the magic up on the top groove? Well, he did that, and Mark Martin goes by on the inside.
Mark picking up 6th place.
And his spotter may have told him, hey, why don't you try that high side? Everybody else looks like they're starting to move up there. So he may have got a little bit of a...
All right, so Mark is running 7th. Tony Stewart is 28th. Jimmy Johnson is 27th. That's how your top 3 in the championship stand in the early going. 15 laps complete. Ryan Newman has led them all from the...
50 miles per hour. His last lap, a little over 141, and Bobby Hamilton has just spun up in 3 and 4, and he... Mike Wallace has made contact, pretty heavy contact with him.
Caution is out, first one of the day. And Bobby came back down the hill right in Mike's path.
And that steam that we see in the front of the car means the radiator is broken in the Conseco car.
Right-hand side of your screen, watch.
There may have been a little contact there.
Got some help.
Hard to say. There seemed to be space between Michael Waltrip and Bobby Hamilton, but...
All right, everybody's in. Marty?
Jeff Green really fast. Come out deep in the field here. The road to get tires to try and make up some time. But the latest radio transmission, Alan, Tony thinks there's something wrong with the car, something way wrong with his race car. He says he tried everything to make it handle, but he just can't get the job done, and that is the race leader directly behind him.
And the 2nd place man in the championship.
Yeah, that's the bad news. It's not so much the race leader, but Mark Martin is the guy that's 2nd in the championship battle.
And I mean, he is, if he's tight right now, he's really tight because he's even loose getting off now. He's got that wheel turned so much. Here's a good look at him. And he won't be able to turn the car now with Mark underneath him.
Mark it down, lap 93. Tony Stewart goes a lap down.
As you can see, they're going to make both a track bar and a wedge adjustment to try to fix this number 12 car. As they come around to the left side, he's baited outside the top 10, just cannot hang out to it any longer. You're going to see a lot of guys go with this bat out as 3 goes back out. Coming around to the left side, still got the wedge in there. at the ridge in there, making the track bar adjustment around to the left side to put on the left side tires, and Tony Stewart heads back out. I'm trying to help him out. It will be 4 tires. He said he actually was loose off the corner. I apologize. He said when he hit the gas, the car would get loose on him, and that was his problem. They were fighting off of the corners.
Car with Greg Biffle off of turn 4. You see this pack of cars right here. Little contact there.
Biffles has the 23 car of Kenny Wallace on the outside and Dale Jarrett on the inside.
On the left side now, the former leader Mark Martin leads Marty. Jimmy Johnson extremely just about to complete lap 159 here at the Rock, and a new leader looking for 3 wins in a row. Kurt Busch has pedaled his way to the front of this field. Outstanding run. Victories at Atlanta and Martinsville, and now looking to make it 3 in a row. Coming up on Mark Martin, looking high, going high. Get back in the gas, coming off tricky turn 2. And down the backstretch, Kurt Busch is your race leader. Let's check on his progress. Check out the heat.
Didn't he win both of those races? That's how Kurt is looking at today's adjustments on the car. For Mark Martin, well, Mark has made setups on this car which are quote-unquote out of the box, according to his young crew chief, Ben Leslie, and that's what's getting them the lead and keeping it today. Marty?
Dave, remember that wedge adjustment we talked about for Jeff Green's team they did last time? Well, that just made the car loose in. Didn't fix the tied-off problem, but Todd Daria says I got a set of tires and an air pressure adjustment that'll do that. Nat?
Jeff Gordon just came on the radio and said to his crew chief, Robbie Loomis, if you give me a little more and make me tighter, we will take these guys.
The Discover car at Ford is a little bit tight, Dave, and the secret for Johnny is that it does not get tighter the longer that they run. 26 to 7 so far for Johnny Benson, Dave.
The 4 car of Mike Skinner started out loose. He went very quiet on the radio after they made an adjustment. Then it got tight in the middle. He just reported that just a little while ago. And now Jamie McMurray passes him.
And Jamie McMurray continues his amazing run, Dave. Around the 4, picking up a position. Just been a good day for him again. It seems that nothing they want. He doesn't want anything under the cars. What I'm trying to say, got a thumbs up from Tony Glover. Good run for the 40 car. And now for the 99 of Jeff Burton. That's a car that just gets better as the race goes along. Made an air pressure adjustment on their last stop. He's running 10.
The top 10 cars there you heard from, Bill. How about Tony Stewart, championship leader?
Well, as we talked about, he said, I can't drive this thing on his last radio transmission.
Hear how easy that is? If he went to go after that throttle real hard, he'd spin out. That's how the tires feel right now. And it's even worse over here off of turn 2. Roll the car in, let it roll forever.
And see, went down to 115 miles per hour in the middle of the corner of 1 and 2 with new tires. He probably would go down to 130.
Looks like he may be coming in.
Changed lanes there, so we'll see if getting to the bottom was the indication he's coming to pit road.
Yep.
You ride with the race leader, Kurt Busch, as he
Front of the car, tires are on.
And then pit stop changing for
Martin will bring his car to pit.
Today, perhaps a big moment in the championship. Jimmy Johnson radioed in.
No, they must devise a plan. We found out where they started. We're going to London.
Not just a lead, he's got a big lead, too. He really sprinted away over this fight now for second place.
And Mark's been working on Jeff here, and Mark looks like his car's a little bit better. Going to go down, try it on the bottom, and take the spot.
Yes. Checking the scoring monitor. Mark Martin's car has been fast the last few laps.
Third place man in the championship, hitting pit road. What would have to be an unscheduled stop, Marty.
It has gone from bad to worse for Jimmy Johnson, guys, and this is not going to be a quick pit stop. They're going to put it up on jack stands. When he came in the last time, remember we told you the right rear was loose. They left some lug nuts loose. What they saw was a bunch of grease inside the wheel. That means that the drive plate had worked itself loose, so they're going to try to replace the hub or the drive plate. They investigated the problem. It was not a very good break for these guys, and they go further behind. We're going to ask Chad Knaus in just a moment what they saw when they went in under the right rear wheel well and what damage it looks like it might have caused earlier from leading that right rear wheel loose. They do have a new right rear jack spray, and they sent their former right rear tire changer down to the 60. Caution on the track.
Oh, man.
Todd Bodine
had a great run going. He was 7th position.
Todd. Yeah, I'm all right.
that has all the makings of a right front.
Well, it sure does.
Going down.
Well, here's the camera going down in turn one. There comes Todd Bodine right at us.
Yep, right front tire comes
down. We see the tires start coming apart.
Great shot.
Oh, this won't be fun.
No, you just listen.
Yeah, all you got to do is listen to this.
Yikes. That's a hard hit. What's going on down there, Marty?
Well, Jeff Green's still fighting the same problem, Wally. A little bit loose in, a little bit crew chief tried to
Our Winston Cup garage, where they go to work on that drive plate problem on the right rear that Marty told us about a little bit ago.
And that all the result of a loose wheel.
Yes. And Wally, you talked about it at the very top of the broadcast. A mistake you might make on pit road could take you out of the championship.
For Tony Stewart.
88 laps today. Kurt Busch 79. Got 110 to go. And it's just so close between the two of them that there's not really any math involved. Kurt can't let Matt lead X number of laps and then say, okay, I'll take the lead back, because by the time they get that done, they'll be really close to the finish.
And they've got to make one more pit stop, so who knows how they'll come off pit road.
Well, let's just see. You know what? Trouble for Ward Burton has brought the caution flag out here at Rockingham. The turn 3 wall did the damage to the back end of the Cat Dodge and the front end
And the sides.
and here's how.
Oh, it was really a weird deal. There he is.
He's got a
Oh, he's got...
I don't know what the heck
Oh,
that
what was it?
Did he get
Evidently
run into?
Evidently someone ran into him in the back of him somewhere back off turn 2, and he was still trying to get the thing back under control. Oh, the right front tire's flat.
Before or after? Or
Yeah, that's why not?
we'll further investigate that one. Meantime, the leaders are coming to the entrance to pit road. Oh,
Yeah,
he
he
and
got
Brett
hit.
Bodine brushed.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like you were starting to say, Benny. It started way back there in the straightaway.
Okay, leaders are in. Marty.
An important stop for Jeff Green's bunch, Alan. They're running in 8th.
97 laps to go as they come to the restart. Mark Martin leads Kurt Busch, Bobby Labonte, Jeff Gordon, and Mike Skinner. Ryan Todd Bodine, Mike Wallace, all also out of this event. This came over Mark Martin's radio under the caution a minute ago.
Think we could go another half a round?
Not going to hurt nothing if you think you can handle it.
Car's perfect. I'm just afraid it keep tightening up, and that was perfect right there. Maybe we should leave it, but I bet we'll regret it. My experience has been they've gotten tighter every time. But we can leave it for this time if you want. I'm scared to mess with it, but I'm also afraid it'll get tight.
Yes, he did.
Dropped him back.
But this is about when Jeff starts coming on. Everybody starts falling off. He starts making up a lot of ground.
Trouble is, he's got 2 more to go.
4 more laps until Mark Martin locks up the bonus points for leading the most laps. What happens between he and Kurt Busch then? There he is up on the roof.
Jeremy?
Watch your insurance, take it easy.
Benson alongside for the race lead. Does he have enough to get by this time?
Looks like he does.
Yeah, Kurt's loose right now.
First time all day, Johnny Benson will go to the point. 27 laps to go when they come back. Benson started the day in 26th position. Can he become another first-time winner this 2002 season? We'll find out when we can.
Benson. And just think how many times that Mark Martin climbed in a Valvoline car to drive. For years and years was a sponsor of his and Jack Roush's.
And right now, that's the key. It's the guy that's getting off the corner the best. That's what you want. You want your car to be able to drive off the corner without wheel spinning.
Oh, so close to getting the fender alongside. As Johnny works to lap Robbie Gordon, Martin's putting all kind of pressure on him. 9 to go. one seeking his first Winston Cup win, the other seeking his second win of the season. And seeing if he can maximize his gain on Tony Stewart today.
Oh, Benson got in turn 3 a little bit too hard that time, but he got a grip up there and gained him a car length or two on Mark Martin.
Saw Mark kind of slide the back end when he was coming up off the corner that time.
Here, working the...
Oh, Mark goes down on the apron of the racetrack trying to avoid the 10 car, but he's still there. They're side by side off it now. Benson pulls out in front.
With the tires right now, it's going to be very difficult for Mark to stay side by side getting off of turn 2. He's going to have to really have a car on him in order to do that because there's no grip down there.
Oh, wow. Mark and John Andretti. Andretti just came off the pit road a minute ago. 5 to go. Johnny Benson, a second-generation racer from Grand Rapids, Michigan, grew up in his dad's garage watching John Benson Sr. build winning race cars for years.
See, John just took Mark's exit off the tee away, and that hurt Mark probably a car length or 2.
43 car just stopped on fresher tires. He goes through the leaders. 2, here comes Mark on the charge. So far, so good on fuel. Final corners ahead. Martin diving down low. One final charge off the last corner. It's not going to be enough. Johnny Benson is a NASCAR Winston Cup winner.
The first thing he just thought was, finally.
Finally, yes. I thought this day would never come.
Standings with 2 races to go. The 146 lead advantage for Tony Stewart is now 87.
But it could have been a lot worse. Those guys really rallied today and made up a lot of spots.
Tony finishing 14th today. Matt Yoakum caught up with him moments ago. He was pretty frustrated.
Oh, well, he made a huge comeback. He was back 32nd, and he finished, 14th? That's huge, 18 positions.
Jimmy Johnson, on the other hand, terrible day. Lost 14 laps. The problems that he had that sent him behind the wall for a little while, and Johnson's going to finish this day in 37th place. As you still have yet to get to him looking at the finishing order. Here he comes. 37th for Jimmy Johnson today. Might have just taken him out of the championship. 214 points down.
It's definitely a two-man race right now between Mark Martin and Tony Stewart.
Johnny Benson picks up the win, his first NASCAR Winston Cup Series victory.